Hello?
It hasn't been easy.
If you're plotting out your gaming time for 2026 based on release dates for upcoming games, be it big hitters like Resident Evil Requiem and GTA 6, or smaller indie games and potential Game of the Year bangers like last year's Blueprints, you might notice that certain months, this one in particular, are fairly empty. So what better time than now to revisit, or finally visit, No Man's Sky, the incredible procedural space exploration game from Hello Games that refuses to give up giving its players new things to do.
It's a science fiction game. That's how I think of it in my mind. Everything else comes from that.
The fact that Hello Games still pumps out regular and fairly beefy updates is especially surprising given that No Man's Sky is on the cusp of its 10th anniversary, and this means, if you've never played it before, there's literally a whole universe of things waiting for you to discover. 2025 especially was a banner year for No Man's Sky, with Hello Games letting its fancy run wild as it filled in the universe-sized gaps around its Space Sims ambulatory core. Way back in January 2025, people who played the game just to wander, sightsee, and take screenshots worthy of the cover of a 1970s sci-fi novel were treated to significantly more dramatic and realistic terrain generation to admire, as well as new gas giants and ocean worlds to explore.
We can't wait to show people what we've been working on. New solar systems, new planets, new terrain.
And exactly 12 months on, diving into those fathomless, watery depths of suffocating darkness and unseen horrors is no less terrifying than it was when the update launched, which seems very much like a win when it comes to total immersion and silent world building. But things only got wilder from there. Never in a million years would anyone have expected that being able to dig up prehistoric fossils and turn them into skeletal museum displays would be on the 2025 No Man's Sky bingo card. But that's exactly what March's Paleontology update brought us. Any fan of Animal Crossing's museum will appreciate the buzz of investigating a distant fossil bed, just in case it leads to a find that allows them to complete a collection of bones. Even better is the fact that these bones can be assembled into skeletons based entirely on players' own whims, which in turn can be displayed back at their base, meaning it's now essentially possible to create entire museums of baffling bone creations. Blathers would be proud. Then, of course, came the real banger, August's Voyagers update, which gave players the ability to create fully customizable multi-crew spaceships. People went wild for this one, building everything from spacefaring Homer Simpsons to flyable floating cities, and No Man's Sky celebrated its highest Steam player count since launch as a result.
And the Game Award goes to No Man's Sky!
All this stuff's been great, and No Man's Sky's recent win for Best Ongoing Game at the Game Awards feels more than deserved. But for consistent players, these flashy new features are just small cogs in an ever-expanding adventure. This is a game where its best moments can be simple things like cresting over a hill to discover that the procedural stars have aligned to create a vista of perfect undulations, of tree-pocked hills and swaying meadows, of oceans lapping against mountains lost in the fog, a stretch of untouched sci-fi beauty to appreciate in a brief moment of tranquility before moving on to the next discovery.
You get rolling fog, rain, blizzards, little sparks coming up from the lava. It changes how planets feel, you know?
For long-time players, No Man's Sky has definitely become a comfort game, a calming digital respite with its peaceful seclusion and ambient procedural beats from whatever bullshit the world's got in store for us next. So, while the busy buzzing of Hello Games' peripheral additions keep on coming and hopefully enticing new players into its systems, it's the simple, soothing act of wandering, of gentle traipsing and languid laser pointing that has, when you really break it down, captured the heart of the No Man's Sky community. There are even time-limited expedition events to take part in, which, despite being essentially the same thing repeated again and again, are another welcome excuse to log on and amble around with vague purpose. And then of course there's the base building. That's been in No Man's Sky for a little while now, but newcomers to the game, and especially those of you who love survival crafting games, should really dig, quite literally, mooching around planets and collecting resources before heading home to unleash the full force of your decorating prowess, happily lost in the reverie of rug placement. Updates for No Man's Sky always have two things in common: being unpredictable and being completely free. So while we don't know exactly what to expect from the game this year, August does mark its 10th anniversary, and as such, it would make sense that Hello Games has something quite special planned. Whatever those plans are though, we'll just have to wait and see. But either way, if you've never tried this game before, there is no better time than January's sleepy release period to turn an almost 10-year-old game into your Game of the Year for 2026.
Thank you. Feeling a lot of emotions right now.
Thank you so much for watching this little love letter to No Man's Sky and its incredible adventures that just keep giving. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like, subscribe to Eurogamer for almost daily videos about video games, and please do let us know what you think of No Man's Sky in the comments below if this video has inspired you to finally give it a go. Goodbye.